everyone, what is up? I am back to do my vlog. Today's vlog is about being productive during COVID. So we all know that we're in this pandemic and we all know we're all going through different things. But I want to point out also that as long as you're at home and safe and you don't have much problems, I feel like you should be happy in today. Should we be productive or should we not productive? Of course, that is the question. And you see so many people doing so many different things online. It's always easy to get caught up in what other people are doing when you can see what they're doing. When I was younger, well, growing up, of course, being a millennial, I of course did not really have the internet, and during that time the internet was like this dial tone where it went ding. Anyway, so it would really take time to connect to the internet and you don't really have or access to see what other people are doing. The most that I'd use the internet for was just to check up on my dad, who was at that time living in the States. So I'd ask him, "How are you, Dad?" Or I'd fax, like literally, I don't know if you guys know what faxing is. Like we'd send this letter in Japanese all the way to my grandpa over there through the fax machine. So that was the use of all this technology. And right now, I think what's hard is that you can see what everyone else is doing. And I think they like to show that they're being productive. But I want you to know that that is all just a facade, guys. And it's not every day that they're like that, I'm pretty sure. Even myself, I get asked this question a lot. How are you so productive? It's always a balance of my day. So that's my COVID tip for you, and I'm going to give you tips on how to stay happy and productive during this pandemic. And I do hope that these tips help you be a more well-rounded person and a more realistic kind of goal setter, because I do not think that it's realistic to be super productive. That's like, yeah, anyway. So recently a student of mine, she got really sad and I had to visit her. Well, I didn't really visit her, it's more like I just went to her house and went, "How are you?" So yeah, I'm that kind of crazy teacher who does stuff like this, but I do hope that that kind of boosted her up, and it did. She came back to ballet, and this is another topic that I really wanted to get into, like false positivity and all these things that everyone's always in posting online, even over YouTube. I feel like there's so much sorry my dog, but so much just like overly positive or overly encouraging, and I don't feel like that 100% of the day. I am telling you, I feel super up and down most of the time, and I'm sure a lot of you feel like that. So I was really super encouraged to give this vlog a little boost up, so it encourages you also, or gives you an advice to somehow go through your COVID day. Okay, now I know that we're all going through different days, probably different countries have different ways of coping, but in the Philippines it's pretty damn weird and bad. So how do I go about my day? My first tip is, first, you don't have to be productive. It's not a requirement, guys. You don't have to do 100 things a day in order to be productive. Yes, so it's just all about perspective, and as long as you're following your schedule, I think you should be satisfied with what you're doing. I recently did a talk for my kids where we just set our goals and what we want to do in the quarantine. I think it's really fun to do that together with your friends. Number 2, set very, very simple, realistic goals during this pandemic. You don't have to be like, I want to do photos and just be super good at it by the time I get out of quarantine. That's not gonna happen, guys, unless you balance your passes. Maybe when you come back your pirouettes might get better, but there's simple things that you can do from home that don't have to be complicated, that might even complement your ballet when you get back. Number 3, set time to rest. Like I said, it's not realistic to be always moving or always doing something at home, you have to remember before the pandemic, you had different things to do. Like you had to travel to get somewhere, or you had to do this to get to somewhere. And I think that's really important to note, because now you don't have that time. I think you should use some time also to kind of pretend to walk to somewhere and then just come back to your room. Just be like, I'm ready to take my class. And I don't know if that's going to help you, but it does help me to do my makeup every morning. Number 4, I think you guys will benefit from finding a mentor. And this is what I love about teaching ballet, is being able to talk to my kids. It's because I'm super duper talkative. And when I am able to talk to them, I feel like I can guide them better, and they of course become better, not just as dancers, because I think at the end of the day, what's important is how you feel about what you're doing and how you feel about your day. And just to finish everything up, I think the worst thing you can do during this time of COVID is to be alone or think that you're alone, because you're not, okay? And even if you try to tell me that you feel alone and everything, I am going to tell you, you are not, and you can always reach out to someone. I am someone who knows that feeling that you always feel like you're alone, because that was what my psychologist always used to tell me. Like, I always feel like I'm doing everything myself. You are not. You can always reach out to people. You can always reach out to your friends. And if you feel like you don't have someone to reach out to, you can always, there's so many things online now that can help you. And I am a believer of, making friends also online. I mean, it's not safe always, but I think if you know who you're reaching out to, it's really fun also. I mean, that's how I got into all my vlogging and doing this with everyone. So yeah, I think my point finally is that it's not about being productive during this pandemic, but being happy living each day where you are. Like living in today, because you are in today. And I think we often forget that. Like I was saying earlier, like before we didn't really have the internet and we did this and did that. I didn't think so much about so much things. And I know there's so much outside pressures coming from your parents telling you, oh, you have to do this and oh, you have to do that, and you're not doing this and you're not doing that. It's important to also, I think it's okay. Your parents mean well for you. You know that they just want the best for you, but at the same time, you shouldn't be, or you should try to just block that out. If it's not time to hear that, kind of just be like, I just feel like right now, I feel like I don't need that kind of pressure. And we're all in the same situation. We're all again in this situation. I am hoping I can make more videos also that will be geared towards parents positively reinforcing their kids, and that might also help. Yeah, thinking realistically about what's going to be happening. We never know. So just do what you're doing today. Do your ballet, do your schedule, do your homework, and do everything you want to do. And just be happy. Reach out to the people you love. And yeah, I hope that made you smile. So yeah, I hope, I'm so sorry, my dogs. But I hope that this vlog made you think realistically. I don't want to set crazy standards of productivity, and I get asked a lot, so much in fact, how I stay super productive within the day. And I know everyone sees how productive I am, but I have my own set of principles I live by. I live by my own schedule. This is my work, and I like my work, and it works for me. So find out what works for you, and find out what you like that, like to keep yourself busy with, because I sure spend a lot of my time keeping myself busy with different things from you, but I enjoy it. I love helping my kids, and I love making my dance mirror, and that's what gives me a sense of fulfillment. So what did you do today that made you smile or made you happy? Think about it. And what did you do today that made others smile? Because I feel like there's always a sense of fulfillment also for making other people happy, not just yourself. Just remember that it takes different things for each person to get yourself moving. For myself, it's my art. But let's all build a better community together, and a more positive one, to help each other and to build the better community of dance. And I hope you enjoyed my vlog. Sorry for the many distractions of my dog. And I hope it helped you gain an understanding of how I see productivity during COVID, and maybe you can set your own goals and your own time schedule on how you deal with being at home. And next time I'll show you, or my next vlog, I'm hoping to show you my everyday routine to prepare for my class and to do all the things I need to do. And I hope you did enjoy this vlog. So I hope to see you next time. Bye!